Okay, so this is the Ham International Jumbo. They were sort of out in the 80s from memory. Probably someone can fact check me on that one. And we can certainly get that a bit more accurate. Not a lot of these in Australia. A good mate of mine actually used to see them in England when he was living over there before he immigrated. And nice radio. Certainly got a lot of presence. If you're going blind, well, the readout's big enough, that's for sure. You've got obviously quite a few different frequencies this will do. That's all very nice, not really my thing. A little bit of this is getting into 10 metres. There's probably more interesting. But the fact that it does do FM is nice. Nice if you're sort of playing around with any of the FM repeaters, etc. AB switching, so there's two antenna ports. You've got RIT, XIT with a clarifier over here, but you've actually got a tune here, which is actually to more of an XIT transmit variation, which used in more of a ham radio sense, would really be quite handy. Calibrate for your SWR, 4 watts and 0.5 a watt. In sideband, that equates to sort of 4 watts and 12 watts sideband usage. And basically that's pretty much it. There are I like the feature here of the fact that you've got a full block diagram of the unit. Just sort of so you know, they're actually very much look. It's not a cybernet board per se, because of the fact that they've got a very much a two-piece cybernet board using one of the older green VCOs that they used in the GEB models. So they kind of I'm not sure why they didn't just take a standard cybernet board and chuck it in, because they would have achieved very much the same. There's a few offshoot boards which then lead off to give you this type of effect here, which is quite handy, and they've done that very well. Actually, and I could see the mods that are so easily done to make this possibly even get rid of the it would take no time at all to change this to be up in 29 megs, and look, it wouldn't take much at all to keep a standard 40 channels and then have the rest of it in ham bands, because I don't really see much myself on 41 to 50 to 80. Sorry, it's not really where I head off. But don't get me wrong, sort of leaving it obviously standard is probably the most better way to keep the value of the radio. It's not going to be going too far. This one is going to stop here with... we've got a few more to get through yet, but this... we didn't spend long on this. VCO adjustment, which was just slightly out. Really, just a little fine-tune on the band splits, and have a look at, just making sure that it wasn't overdriving or anything. But no, it was probably one of the easier ones we've had to do. And then we just gave it our usual clean and scrub and bits and pieces, and it's come up really nice. So that's the rack mount Jumbo International. That was, I reckon, would have been someone's pride and joy back in the 1980s. There's no question of that. And they are really getting rare now. They're very, very hard to find. So hence the reason that you're not seeing a for sale sign on it. Actually, not seeing a for sale sign on a lot of stuff I've got at the moment. I'm becoming a worse hoarder than I've ever been before. Okay, 73s, and hopefully that's just giving you an idea of what a Ham International Jumbo is. And I suppose I should just show you that it actually works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing on channel 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No one will hear us out here, so we're miles away from everything. Okay, that's transmit. Righto. And that's just going into a antenna about probably 100 feet up. Just a what have we got up there? Oh, it's one of those Serio antennas from Italy. So and it's about 120 feet to the top, I think. Okay, 73s. There's no skip running on 27 megs. That's pretty obvious at the moment. All the best. Catch you a bit later. Cheers.